stop improving yourself immediately. Improving yourself is a waste of time. Becoming better is a waste of time. Becoming smarter is a waste of time. In fact, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you should just do nothing at all. A couple of years ago, or for the last, let's say 10 years, I hear people say that you should be okay with yourself, that you should be satisfied with who you are. And for 10 years, I believed that these people were just some hippie douches that were soft. I believed that they simply didn't have ambition. I believed that they had a particular idea of life where they wanted to make it as easy as possible. And I didn't believe in easy as possible. I believed in becoming fucking great. And so I would look at these people saying those things and I would think by myself, wow, these pussies, these absolute fucking morons, they don't know what life is all about and none of them will become successful. None of them will become successful because in order to become successful, you need to push yourself to the limits. And so this is exactly what I did. I would push myself to the limits of working out. I have clothes on now, but if I wouldn't, you would be blown away. I push myself to the limits of business. I push myself to the limits of art. I push myself constantly all of the time. And after all of that pushing, I have to understand or realize that I was wrong from the start. The reality is that all of that pushing myself was unnecessary and I would have probably been at approximately the same spot without constantly trying to improve myself, because improving myself was a waste of time. So let me explain what I mean with that. You see, in order to become jacked, in order to become rich, in order to become smart, I was constantly trying to improve my brain. I would read books all the time to the extent that today I will read about 3 books a week. That's 150 plus books a year. And that's how obsessed I was. I was constantly trying to improve on all levels. And what I can tell you is that, for example, let's take working out as one simple example because it's easy, there are numbers, you can very easily do it. Working out. After watching all of the videos and all of the programs and all of the workout regimes and all of the ways to do various exercises, I can tell you that if I would have done none of those things, zero information, nothing, just the information that I already had 10 years ago, if I would have used that information, I would have gotten 70% of the way there. 70%. Without reading a book, without watching a video, without doing anything. And 70% is something that smart people, I'm assuming that all of you are smart, dumb people don't click on these videos. Dumb people are watching Lost Leave the Circle bullshit by Mr. Beast. Smart people already know all the information they need to get 70% of the way. On anything. You see, I don't have proof of this statement, but I believe that there is some kind of universal knowledge that is an external brain that everybody can tap into, that everybody has access to, and that is some kind of average, some kind of AI almost, some kind of average of all the knowing. Without AI, you don't need to go online and know. Without AI, everybody has access to average of everything. If you live in the 21st century, you already have all the information to get 70% of the way of 21st century people in any domain, basically. And so all of that research that you're doing, all of that improving that you're doing, all of that YouTube watching that you're doing is nothing more than postponing the doing itself and doing the things that you at this very moment already know you should be doing would in fact give you 70% of the results, which in fact is more than you even dream of at this very moment. And so there is no information to be grabbed. Everything you already know about selling art will get you 70% of the way. Everything you already know about working out will get you 70% of the way. Everything about business, 70% of the way. Everything about diet, 70% of the way. Diet. Lean, having a six-pack, looking absolutely jacked. Let me share you something that will not give you 70% of the way, but 97% of the way, and something you already know. One rule: only eat things that nature has created and never eat things that man has created. If you would follow that rule, you would literally get 97%. Everybody would be lean as fuck. Everybody would look gorgeous. That's what the knowledge that you already knew, you knew what I just said, would get you. And so this is the life that we're living. Every single human on this planet already has all the information. And so what I'm saying is that you don't need the artist formula. You already know 70% of what's inside of that program. Sure, the program will have a community that is really nice. Sure, the program will give you the confidence that you need to. Sure, the program will erase all that. Sure, all of those things, but you already know most of it. There's not that much new information inside. And you don't need the 30% that you don't know. That's all perfectionizing things. The 70% that you already know will get you very far in that journey. And so when I look back at these hippies, these spiritual beings that were explaining things like, you are already good enough just the way you are. And I thought that these people were weak. I thought that these people were just soft, were just pussies. That's what I believed. If I look back at that, this is probably what they were saying. You already have all the information. You are already good enough to become the thing that is good enough just the way you are. That's it. Get the hell out of here.